Hello there. Monday was the hottest day of the year so far across parts of Europe, including the UK. We saw temperatures peak up towards the mid-30s parts of England. London recorded 33 degrees Celsius, and you can see people enjoying those hot and dry conditions across the northwest. Now, that hasn't been the case across the southeast of Europe. For places like Greece, we've had hot and dry conditions, coupled with the very strong winds, and those have fueled wildfires burning to the north of Athens. Now, the bad news is that the high pressure is still gripping parts of the Balkans on Tuesday. We've got high temperature warnings out for the likes of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia and Croatia as well, and southern parts of Italy. Now, we're going to see that warm air drift its way further north over the next few days, sparking warnings across western parts of Germany for high temperatures on Wednesday. But behind that, across western parts of Europe, it will be cooling down slightly, thanks to an area of high pressure working its way off the Atlantic. That's going to bring some mixed weather conditions to Britain and the island of Ireland. Some storms mixed in with that heavier rain, and you can see it pushing its way further east across France by Wednesday. Hello there. A developing tropical storm has sparked warnings across eastern islands of the Caribbean. We'll get there in a moment. First to South America, and things have dried up pretty nicely for southern parts of Brazil and Uruguay, and that's thanks to an area of low pressure that's taken the wet and windy weather out to sea. We have got some warnings, however, for frost. It is going to feel a little bit chilly across more southern areas of Brazil and Uruguay in the days ahead, and we could see a cool down across central areas of Chile. That's thanks to a little weather system skirting its way north over the next few days. Santiago seeing 17 degrees Celsius there on Wednesday. But further north, it is set to warm up for that central slice of the continent, with temperatures picking up across eastern areas of Brazil. Lots of hot and dry weather to be found here. Not so dry across the very north. We have got some warnings out for pretty fierce thunderstorms across the northwest of Ecuador by Wednesday. Now, there's tropical storm Ernesto. It sparked some warnings for some of the islands like Barbados. We could see some flash flooding from the very heavy rain. It's also got some strengthening winds. It'll move its way further north over the next few days. We could see a second landfall. We're expecting that in Puerto Rico, bringing some very heavy rain over the next few days. Hello there. There's lots of dry, sunny and settled weather across the Middle East and Levant at the moment. But I'd like to draw your attention to the satellite image, that blob of cloud that's lurking around western parts of Yemen. It's going to bring the potential for flooding over the next few days, with heavy rain on Wednesday across the west. Some of that will trickle up into southwestern parts of Saudi Arabia as well. But across much of the region, it is a dry picture. Temperatures are set to pick up in places like Kuwait. We could see 50 degrees Celsius there on Thursday. It's largely hot and dry as well across eastern parts of the Mediterranean, pushing across the Levant, and that heat can be found across northern parts of Africa. We are, however, seeing some rain in places that we don't usually at this time of year, southern parts of Libya as well as Egypt, and that's thanks to the rains that are pushing their way further east. We've got some easterly waves affecting West Africa, also southern parts of Chad seeing some very heavy rain on Thursday. But further south of this, it is a much quieter picture. Lots of winter heat still lurking about for places like Botswana and Zimbabwe. It has been cooler in Cape Town for South Africa with windy conditions, but we are expecting a vast improvement here over the next few days. 19 degrees with sunshine on Thursday.